Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Karen Lavenderclothesline here on YouTube, also on eBay and Instagram. Today is Saturday and it is a gorgeous day here in central Pennsylvania. And guess what? I got nowhere else to be. So what does that mean to you? It means we're doing a large haul. I'm in a relaxed mode. We're going to talk about what I picked up, why I picked it up, and if I remember what I paid for it. Some of it still has the stickers on it and some of it is not stickered because it was my first big yard selling day of the year. Very excited for it since last year was such a bust around here. But today we're going to go through all of the pieces that I picked up, or as many of them as we can fit in. So grab yourself something to drink and let's get started. Okay, I'm going to start with something small and a little bit different. I saw this hammer sitting on the shelf and I was like, what kind of hammer is that? I thought the hammer might have been made, I'm going to zoom it in and out so it focuses, made out of wood. But it turns out that this is a rawhide hammer. I had to research that. And this is put out by Garland. Now Garland was a new name to me just probably a couple of months ago because I found a Garland toolbox. I still have that in inventory. I don't think that's sold through yet. And when I saw this, I was like, oh, that's that same company that makes really nice quality items. So I paid $1.99 for it, not really knowing what this mallet part was made out of. And it turns out it's made out of rawhide. This is used in jewelry making, in delicate machine parts, and leather making. Leather tooling, I guess we would call it. So for $1.99 and this brand name on it, I knew that this would be a win. When I looked it up, I'm thinking comps will probably be 25 to 35 because this one's in really good shape. So that is item number one, a Garland rawhide mallet hammer. The next item up is an item that I saw and picked up right away. To me, it didn't matter if it was signed or not, but this one is signed. It's a beautiful American Navajo jar, and I believe this is terracotta clay, and it is all a beautiful Navajo print, and luckily enough, it is signed on the bottom, 2008 Vanessa Charlie. So there is her marking right there. Now, it's my understanding that a lot of times the Navajo vases or jars have a horsehair print on it. And it's a technique where when the item is fired in the kiln and it's at a very high temperature, the item is brought out of the kiln and horsehair is actually put on it. I don't believe this is one of the horsehair ones because when you see one of these pieces of pottery that has had that technique applied to it or the horsehair has been put on it, of course the horsehair burns away and it leaves a beautiful, I'm just going to say a marking. You could take a look at them online. It's almost like a marbling. You know how marbling has veining in it? It's almost like that. But I said yes to this gorgeous Navajo vase. And what did I pay for this? I think I paid $2.99. Now, Vanessa Charlie's items do not bring a super high value. I think they're undervalued. They're so beautiful. And this is hand done. But I'm expecting it to bring probably about $35 to $45. So Vanessa Charlie Navajo vase. Okay, what should we pick up next? I think I'm going to go with this guy. Now, the minute I saw this, I fell in love with this. This is a snowman head that I have done a lot of research or tried to do research because this type of paper mache, that's terrible French. I thought I remembered seeing this exact type and I thought this is a copy of an antique or a vintage style, but I couldn't find anything, not one. Now, maybe I'm doing bad research, but I took this off the shelf as quick as I could and I took the sticker off. This was $1.99 And I thought this was just fantastic. Now, I was kind of hoping there would have been something that he fit into, but I don't know if he was made like this without a body, without a snowman body, or I don't know, maybe it melted away. But here is this item, beautiful, beautiful condition. And I don't think it's vintage. Well, it could be vintage. I don't think it's antique because the paper on it does not look to have that kind of age. And that's what I'm judging by. But it's definitely paper mache. And he is covered in a beautiful glittery, I don't even know what that is. It's a paint that's kind of like has a glimmer to it. I don't know if that is, it doesn't really look like glitter, but it could be. I just love him. No idea what I'm going to price this at. Something like this I'm probably going to put on auction and start it fairly high till I get my footing and see if people make offers. I will turn on make an offer for him, so at least I can entertain offers. But so that is that item. How good is he? I just love him. Next up is a very precarious item because I have not untaped this. So Goodwill taped this together. Was it Goodwill? No, this was Community Aid. I went to Community Aid on Tuesday because it was Senior Citizen Day. If you don't know about Community Aid, they run different sales on different days. And as a matter of fact, I think I threw filming when I went for the preview. So a lot of times I will go to Community Aid a day or two before Senior Citizen Day so I can kind of scope it out and see what items are there, and then hopefully they'll still be there. But I did pick this up on Senior Citizen Day, so they wanted $12.99. He gave it to me for half price, so that was spectacular. 2 candle holding sconces made out of brass and glass, definitely vintage. I don't think I'm going to be able to get this off successfully without really taking a chance at hurting something. Let me see if I can peel. There we go. So these are the tops. And like I said, this is 2 separate pieces. Just going to put that breast. So I have to cut the tape for these back brackets. But spectacular. Really nice quality. And they even came with the candles. So they look like a bayberry candle. I'm not sure about that. Now I'm just guessing at things. But absolutely yes. And I will, of course, untape it and clean the whole thing up. I'm imagining this is going to bring, now I haven't done any research. I'm thinking close to the $80 to $100 mark. I could be wrong about that, but that's my guess. Okay, the next item up caught my attention right away because it was so sweet. Was this adorable figurine or statue sitting on the shelf. And at first I thought he was an elephant, but I'm thinking he might be a woolly mammoth because he has hair carved into him, you know, drawn into him. And I think this is just, it's made out of clay. I thought maybe it was terracotta, but I think it's regular clay. There's so many different kinds of clay. But I just loved the expression on his face. Look how cute he is. And what is better than 1 woolly mammoth? 2 woolly mammoths? A family of woolly mammoths. How adorable is this guy? Look at the little baby. So I was thrilled to find these. Now I did find the papa and the mama sitting on the shelf together, and the papa has the sticker, 2 for $4.99. So I said for $5, absolutely yes. And then like 2 aisles down, the baby had wandered off. Mama and papa were looking for him. How cute is he? So I did take him also, and when I got up to the counter, the cashier, I didn't even ask, said, oh, those 3 belong together. We'll give you the 3 for $4.99. So I said, great, thank you so much. And they're adorable. Now they are signed on the bottom with the word pink. See if that focuses there. So I'm really hoping that pink is the last name of the artist. And I did run a quick comp on these, and I did put in the word elephant or woolly mammoth, but neither one came up. So either way, they are adorable, and I said yes to them. I'm just going to pick up items of whatever strikes my fancy, and we'll just talk about them. There's no rhyme or reason or any kind of plan today, because like I said, it's just Saturday. I'm relaxing, and this is nice just to pick up what I feel like talking about. So I hope that's okay with you guys. So the next item I actually saw in somebody else's cart, and I said, oh, that's good. That's a good find. This backpack, Nicole Lee is the name. If you don't know the name Nicole Lee, you want to look it up and run comps. So there is the name. Now, a lot of these backpacks have names for the design. I could not find this one, and this one is not as common for the research I did as some of the other ones, which is a good thing in my opinion. The whole front of it is beaded. This whole thing, I don't know if the camera will pick that up, has small, like little rhinestone beads covering the whole thing. The clasp is marked, again with Nicole Lee. Really nice condition. Has a thread hanging, I'll just clip. And the inside is very clean. So the other person had it in their cart, and then at some point, I guess he left, and I looked at the shelf and there it was. And I was like, yes, he put it back. So I was thrilled to find this. I believe I paid $6.99 for it. And I said, yes, Nicole Lee backpack. All right, next up is a brass planter with a beautiful oak leaf design. Look how pretty that is. Now, brass items, unless they're attributed to an artist or a brand, it's my experience, they don't bring a super high amount unless it's something very unusual or very big or ornate, or it can be fit into a certain type of decorating. Like if it's really Hollywood Regency or something like that, that's different. But this is unsigned. I imagine it's made in India. A lot of brass items are. And the other side, you know, it's a two-sided, so it looks good from either side. Brass bowl, and Community Aid wanted $7.99, but again, I picked this up on Senior Citizen Day, so I got it for the $4, and I'm guessing this will bring probably 25, something like that, 25 to 30. I could be wrong about that, so there I go. I could be wrong about that, but that's what I'm imagining that I'm going to price it at. All right, next up, I saw these guys. Again, this was Community Aid, and I had seen them in the preview and the video. I don't know if I showed these on the video, but I did see them that day that I went out shopping. And for some reason, this guy came with a separate wood base. So I don't know if they were originally sold together. It seems like the fit is a little bit off. See how the statue is a little bit bigger than the wood? I mean, you could even, I guess you could do it upside down. That would work, but they came together. So of course I took the wood base, and I'll include it in the sale in case somebody wants to put it on this little pedestal. And this is, who is this? Homeco. Now I've heard Homeco said differently. I've heard it said Homco. I've always called it Homeco. So you guys can let me know in the comments down below if it's Homco or Homeco. H-O-M-C-O. So really it should be the Homco. But who knows? Seals, adorable. And what did I pay for this? I think this was a little bit higher. Now I did get it half price again. I think they wanted $5.99 and I got it for the $3. Super cute. I'm either gonna have to speed it up a clip or turn this into 2 videos. Next item up, a copper candle holder. I love this style. I always do well with things like this. Now it does have, it seems like a wood base. Is that wood? Sounds like wood. And Goodwill wanted $1.99 for it. I imagine this is vintage, and it's probably a copy of something from, I'm gonna say the 1700s maybe. It has kind of like a colonial feel to it. So I said yes to that. I'll just pick up a few little items. We'll do little items right now. This mug that seems to be all in Chinese, and it's made in China, so it keeps your coffee or your tea warm. It has a lid, but I picked this up. I know, one mug. I'm not supposed to be picking up one mugs because I thought the design was gorgeous. Butterflies. Very, very pretty. No, I'm not saying this is a high dollar, and I think I paid $1.99 for it. I imagine probably $15, somewhere around that for this mug. Let's talk about the vase that's probably going to wind up in my thumbnail. This beautiful vase. So this is a glass. It has like a frosted or a satin finish on it, and it does seem to be very much hand blown. You can see by the mouth the unevenness of it, and one side is thicker and one side is thinner. I like when glass items, unless it's like Lalique or something, have uniqueness, that's what I want to say, to the forming of it. So I don't see the pontil mark underneath, so I'm not quite sure what that's about, but this applied floral blossom is just stunningly beautiful. And again, I know nothing about it, but I know enough to pick it up. And what did I pay for this? I think this was community aid, and I think they had this marked. I'm gonna have to look back in my past video to see if I captured what it was. I'm thinking this was maybe $9.99, so I paid $5. So let's just call it $5. How pretty is that? Okay. Also, guys, if you want to leave a comment down below of what your favorite item is, I always love hearing that. I love to see what people gravitate towards, what your taste is, and plus that helps me out in pricing something when I generally don't know a certain niche like glassware. So if I hold up a piece of, some kind of glass art and I know very little about it, if 30 of you say, oh, I liked the vase, that helps me know how popular something's going to be. Not to overprice it, but that it will be more sought after in general for that kind of niche, that style of glass. Does all of that make sense? Okay. So yesterday on Friday, I was coming home from many hours in thrift stores and made a U-turn and stopped at a yard sale, and boy, am I glad I did. Now, it was probably, I'm going to say about 4:30. I was shocked that they were still having the yard sale. They were starting to close up. And I remembered when I pulled over to the edge of the street that I had been to this yard sale before and did very well. So I'm not quite sure where this homeowner is getting this stuff. I'd love to find that out, but she was good enough to bundle things together. Now, this is not a yard sale where you pay a quarter for something. This is a higher priced, but definitely worth it in my opinion, and it did very well with the haul or the pickup from this house last year or the year before. It must have been the year before, because last year I don't think I attended one yard sale. So I did pay $100 for what I'm going to show you, but I think it's safe to say that I did okay. All right, let's look at the first item. Okay, so the first item is a box of belts, leather belts, many of them new, gorgeous, gorgeous quality. And I'm just going to pick out a few of the belts and show them to you so you get an idea of what is in the box. Now, originally, the homeowner said they wanted $2 a belt, and I just grabbed the whole box. Not that I needed to grab it, there was nobody else there because, it was 4:30. But let's go through a few of the belts and take a look at them. All right, so this is the first belt, rhinestone cross, and this seems to be either cow hair or pony hair backing. And this is genuine leather, Mexico. I don't see a branding on this. Am I looking right at this? I'm guessing this is either Miss Me or a brand similar to that. But if it was Miss Me, it would probably have the name on it. So unbranded, absolutely yes. So that's belt number 1. This belt here, beautiful studs on it. And the leather on this one is especially nice, very thick, very supple. Let's see if this has a branding. It does. What does that say? American Eagle. Okay, my phone is cha-chinging. I'm going to ignore it. I should shut it off. Another belt. I mentioned this is American Eagle too. I'll look to see. I do not see the branding on this one. I'm just going to drop them to the floor. Here is a Miss Me belt. This one has a price on it from the store, so I will take that off. In other words, they got marked down, and I will leave the original price of $45 on the belt. So anytime anything has a clearance sticker to it, almost always I'm taking that clearance sticker off. Another Miss Me belt. I guess they had a sale on Miss Me belts, or this homeowner must have a way of getting Miss Me items wholesale. So you get the idea. Just beautiful, beautiful belts. I love selling belts. And I always said that when I got older than I am now, right now I'm going to be 61, like when I'm 70 or 75, I'm either going to sell belts or postcards. Both things super easy to ship. Miss Me, another new one. And does this have the price on it? This one does not have a price. I imagine it's about the same price. All right, so how many did I get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I also got a buckle. An extra buckle. 7. Ooh, sorry about that. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 belts. And the thing I love about this is that when I go to list them, they'll all be individual listings, but it makes it easier because you're leaving in the item specifics from the prior listing. The leather, most of them are brown. I think I have one black, but you're leaving in the color, and you're just changing the branding and maybe a few keywords, but the listing for this will be super quick. Love that. While we're talking about belts, this was in the box, but this was not part of the yard sale pickup. This was from, I have no idea where I got this from. Where did I get this? I think a Goodwill maybe? I don't know. Unbranded. Oh, I know where I got this. I got this from the bins. You know, sometimes it takes a while. You have to go back in your memory. A man's gorgeous, gorgeous Western belt. All of these are separate and engraved. Now, I would have loved if these were 925 silver. They are not, but I will take it anyway. And it is real leather, size 36. And I don't know, the weight on this was a little bit heavy, but I remember the day I went into the bins, whatever day that was, and I picked up this and I believe 3 shirts. I think that's all I had. And it came to about $6. So figure about $1.50, $2 for the belt. Okay, so I have another big box before me. This box, and this was part of the yard sale pickup. So along with the 12 belts, 1 buckle, I got shoes, and I'm really thrilled with these shoes, and take a look and see what you think. So the first up is a pair of women's, it's like a booty shoe, beautiful leather. The minute you touch good leather, your hand knows. Zippers up the back, which I love that style personally. Thank goodness these aren't my size. And this is Bedstu, B-E-D-S-T-U. Bedstu is a brand that I love to find. It is a solid bread and butter brand with a few woohoos thrown in there. So most of the times I have to comp the exact style I have to tell what it's going to bring. I imagine these shoes are going to bring, I don't know, maybe 40, maybe a little bit more, but Bedstu is always a yes for me no matter what the style is, and sometimes I get pleasantly surprised at what, you know, the one I have is bringing. So that is the first of the shoes. Another pair of Bedstu, right? Let me just check. Yes, I can barely see the branding. Really nice condition, very gently worn. So again, the person that had the yard sale is getting leather belts, leather shoes. I saw a good amount of Harley Davidson there. And what else did she have? She had some children's items, which I rarely pick up, but I'm going to keep my eyes open. And she runs a beauty shop out of her house, and she gave me her card. So that's great because I can kind of connect with her. I might email her and say, hey, I'm really interested. I probably will tell her I'm a reseller and see if I can make the connection there if she is willing to sell this type of product to me. So that's a wonderful thing. So second pair of Bedstu. I bought these slip-on sneakers. Again, good thing they're not my size. I love these. These are like a deep pink, and then the bottom of the shoe, or the back of the shoe, I should say, the heel, is a different color. It's like an orangey color. So really, really nice. I don't know if that's going to translate on camera. And these are Frye. And what size are these? I'm not going to even be able to tell what size they are. Let me grab my magnifying glass here while I'm looking, while I'm checking to see what size they are. They are a size 7, it looks like. Good thing I'm an 8. So, Frye sneakers. And the last item, the most thrilling from that yard sale, a pair of Frye boots. Oh, the leather on these, you could see how supple that is. Gorgeous, just gorgeous. I love these. So, you know, guys, there's a sticker on the bottom, and they don't look like they've been worn at all because it's like a Nordstrom. I'm going to cover up the price here. The Nordstrom sticker, that's what I think, but it doesn't say Nordstrom on it. So this could come right from Frye. All right, I'll say the original price, $275.99. I don't know why I wasn't saying the price, but I'm not selling them for that much. But just beautiful. They're like a real rich, like a chocolate brown. Like a good chocolate. Now I want chocolate. So that was the yard sale pickup. 12 belts, 1 buckle, 2 pairs of Bedstu shoes, 1 pair of Frye sneakers, and the boots, all for $100. I think that's a very good buy-in price. Again, not like pennies, but definitely pennies on the dollar. So very happy with that. first yard sale pickup. Okay, we're gonna switch to something totally different. I showed this in the last video. Unmarked, unsigned. It's, I think, a candle holder. I'm not even sure. I looked at this in the store like 14 times, trying to really get my bearing of what this is. I want to say a candle holder, but it still feels wrong to me. So again, I'm going to have to do research. That is what the top looks like. And then if you remember from the prior video, and if you don't, why aren't you watching the prior video? A metal insert, and it's just open. So I guess it could be like a vase and you put water in here and then, but then why would it have a top? Confused, totally confused and baffled by this. It could be that this is like staring me right in the face of what this is and I'm just not getting it. But the paint, the glaze, the finish, this is beautiful. I'm hoping the camera is showing the color. And Community Aid wanted $3.99. That means I got it for $2. So how could I say no to this? This went in my cart, lickety split, right in the cart. Okay, another item from Community Aid. This was one of the first items I saw when I went on preview day. It is a wood, very heavy canister jar. What else would we call this? I don't even know. But one of the reasons I really liked this, now number one, I've done very well with bowls like this, covered bowls we'll call it. It still has tape on it. I really liked it because I felt like this could very much fit into the primitive aesthetic. So it does have stars on it, which makes it great for country decor and farmhouse, you know, all the words. So I'm not exactly sure, again, what the original use for this is. So I'm guessing what kind of wood this is. Very heavy wood. Maple, maybe? I'm thinking this is maple, but don't quote me on that. But how pretty is that? Isn't that nice? I've always tried to guess at jars like it is. Is it a tobacco jar? Is it a mixing bowl where the bread, you know, gets covered like a dough bowl so that it rises? I don't think that's it. I think dough is almost always covered by a cloth, right? Not even sure about that. But so I said yes to it because the price and the beauty. How could you say no? I'm not sure how this bowl is going to translate on camera because I don't know that I've done clear bowls. I think it's okay. Let me get out of the shot. See if it'll pick it up. So this is a gorgeous glass bowl. As you can see, a ring of elephants going around the bowl. Very heavy glass. I don't know if that really counts. Dr. Lori, do you guys watch Dr. Lori? She talks about the ping means nothing. But hear that ring? So to me that sounds like crystal. Could be wrong about that. And when I went to reach for this, another reseller put their hand on it like 2 seconds after me. I was like grabbing it. I'm like, no, I have this. It does get competitive when you're out thrifting. Now, I would never get into a fight over something, but I do stand my ground. I don't let people take things away from me. There's plenty for everybody, and I try to be kind and defer to people, but when it's another reseller and I've had something first, something's either in my cart, I don't allow people to steal out of my cart, or if I have something in my hands. That happened recently with an older gentleman that came and grabbed something from my hands, and I grabbed it right back because I don't think that's the right way to behave. And until you know, act more kind, you're not getting my thing. But anyway, Lennox, 1990 something. Of course, Goodwill has to put the sticker right over it. 1995. I did comp this a little bit. I didn't see any elephant bowls from Lennox. And generally, I don't pick up a lot of Lennox, but I thought this was too good. So $5.99, $4.99, $4.99. For an elephant circling around the bowl vase. How cute is this? And I think the hood opens. Let me see if I can get it open. Gets even better. The back opens. And I'm not exactly sure. Oh, the door's open. Now it's everything. How cute is that? I saw this sitting on a shelf. I wasn't really sure. I don't think it's a model somebody built. I think it's just, I don't know. That looks like batteries went in there, but maybe not. Not quite sure. That might be just to bolt the card to the piece of plastic. But how cute is this? How good is this? So for $3, I just popped it in my cart. I don't have to do a lot of research. Everything it's all die-cast metal and really nice condition. It's cat time. We always have to have a cat and shoes in every hard goods haul, don't we? So that's what he looks like. And yes, I paid $7 for him. What was I thinking? I was thinking he was too cute. So he's like a shelf or a mantle sitter. And he is signed, hand-painted, made in the Philippines, handcrafted wood, and a man named James Haddon, Haddon, made him? I'm gonna have to look that up. Now the bottom says $3. So I'm not sure if I got charged the $6.99 or the $3, but it's Goodwill. I buy a lot of things there, so I'm not going to make a big deal of it. Hopefully they charge me the $2.99, but if they charge me the $7, I won't suffer too much. So adorable, hand-carved wooden kitty. I think I'm going to do one more item and then end this video, and I will just stay the same shirt, same earrings and everything, and just create a second video. It'll be part 2. I hope you guys don't mind, but I still have a lot of stuff to talk about. So we'll have 2 videos, part 1, part 2, back to back. And yeah, same shirt, same earrings, because I'm not doing this again. Blow drying. You guys are so kind to ask how I do my hair. My hair is baby fine. Here we go down a rabbit hole. It always has been. So if I curl my hair with a curling iron right before I do a video, by the time the video is over, my hair is like straight. I have hairspray in it, the whole bit. It's just baby mush. So to re-primp myself for a second video, I'm not doing it. I did feel like, doing the whole tassel earrings and false eyelashes. I like doing that, but doing it twice, no. So we're just gonna do part 2 of the video, and you guys will see that one on Wednesday. How does that sound? But I will show you everything. I wanna show you everything. All right, last item in this video is this bowl that I love. Love, 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 triple love. It is a pedestal footed bowl, no marking. But if I'm gonna buy glass and go down that whole, way of doing it, I'm just gonna start picking what I think is aesthetically beautiful till I really get my feet planted about the whole glass thing. $4.99, half price, $2.50. Should it even be a conversation if it's beautiful and it's $2.50? I mean, I don't want to just start picking up a ton of glass because they're shipping, and who wants to ship glass? Probably nobody ever. But I just thought this was gorgeous. Very mid-century modern, very beautiful. And I said yes. All right, so we're gonna end this video here. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thank you for the coffee. I appreciate all of you buying me a coffee. And I just wanted to take this time to thank Lisa. She dropped off lilacs early this morning, and that girl is like racing. It is her season for landscaping. So she is still helping me with photography 5 hours from my eBay, and she's just a great help. But this morning she surprised me with lilacs, and I'm just gonna grab them and show them to you. So she was on her way to pick up one of her employees, and she just dropped these off. And let me tell you, is there anything better than the smell of lilacs when they first bloom? Ugh, so gorgeous. So thank you, Lee. I appreciate it. I love you, honey. And sorry you're gonna have to do so much editing for this video because I made a ton of mistakes. All right, guys. Thank you so much for all of your support. Please hit the like and subscribe button. And as always, go out and get what's yours.